Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a weekly wrap up and I'm going to be showing you what I read in the first week of April. The reason I've decided to do it this way this month instead of one big wrap up at the end of the month is because I am planning on reading a lot and I kind of have already read a lot. I'm going to show you everything that I've read up until this point, which as I am filming this, today is April 10th. So it's a little longer than a week, but whatever. The first thing I read in April was The Sea of Monsters, which is the second book in the Percy Jackson series, and I absolutely loved this. It was so much fun. I have to say it wasn't quite as good as the first book for me though. I'm not sure what exactly made it not as good, but it was still fantastic. I gave this a 4 stars and I'm excited to continue on with the third book soon. Then I read Paper Towns by John Green and I ended up giving this a 3.5 stars. I think I sped through this. I read it in one day. So obviously I enjoyed it, but I definitely had some issues with it. I thought about doing kind of a full review / book talk on it, but I didn't know if anyone would be interested in that, so let me know if you are. But I feel like this book is just filled with selfish jerks. I really hated Margot, couldn't stand her. I don't want to spend forever talking about it in this video, but I'm just kind of split on it. I liked it, but I had issues, so it was a 3.5 star book for me. Then I read volumes 5 and 6 of Amulet by Kazuo Kabushi, and I love this series. They're so much fun. The artwork is beautiful. I wanted to show you a specific spread in the 6th volume. Look at that. It's just so stunning. So absolutely loved these. 5 full stars for both of them. Next, I read The 100 by Cass Morgan, and this is the first book in the 100 trilogy. This is about this group of people who are living up in space because Earth is not livable. It hasn't been for a long time. They've decided that they're going to take 100 of these teenage delinquents that have been basically in their prison there, and they're going to send them back to Earth to see if it is habitable again. It was so good. I loved this. You get multiple people's perspectives, and it was such an easy, fun read, and I couldn't get enough of it. It's very heavy on the romance. If you don't think you'll like that, then you might not like this book. I really do recommend this one. I liked it a lot. It surprised me. I ended up liking it much more than I thought I would. Next, I read Eldeco by Cece Bell. This is a graphic memoir that is about Cece, who is deaf, and it's about her childhood and growing up, and about her going to school for the first time with this big hearing aid type thing. It was just absolutely fantastic. I loved everything about it. It was very cute, but it was also very serious, but done very well in a lighthearted way. And it's an important book because a lot of us don't know what it's like to not be able to hear and to grow up that way. I also love the artwork in that the characters are look like bunnies, which is just adds to the cute factor. A full 5 stars from me. Next, I read Everything I Need to Know I Learned from a Little Golden Book by Diane Muldrow. It does look like the original Golden Books with the spine and the vintage looking end papers, which was fun, and the illustrations are a lot of fun to look through. But this was extremely disappointing. It felt like it was thrown together in a matter of 10 minutes. There was no depth to it at all. It just has these illustrations from the original Little Golden Books with one-liners. I just kind of felt like, what was the point of this? It was just not what I was expecting. I did not like it, so I gave it a 2 stars. Then I picked up Revenge, The Secret Origin of Emily Thorne, and this is by a bunch of different people. It's kind of ridiculous how many different people are working on this one graphic novel that's really not even that long, but whatever. This is of course based on the TV show on ABC, so if you love that show then you will love this. But you can still read this without being spoiled really of the show. It does cover a few things that happen in the first episode of the first season, but other than that it's like completely new content. The art is unbelievably beautiful. I love it so much. I'm gonna try not to show you the whole book, but it's just so pretty. Look at this. I love the use of color and just honestly everything about it. So I highly recommend this. I gave this a full 5 stars. I enjoyed it very much. Then I read Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover, and I have so much to say about this book. I really want to do a review / book talk on it. I need someone to talk to about this book because it has consumed my life. I'm not even kidding. I didn't even mean to read this book this month, but I saw someone talking about Colleen Hoover in one of their videos and I was like, I think I have one of her books on my Kindle, so I went to go look I accidentally clicked on the book, opening it on my Kindle, and I made the mistake of reading the first sentence and then I was done for. Like, I just finished the entire thing in one day. This is one of those books. Everybody has books like this where it's like, yeah, there's some definite flaws. I can see why people have issues with it, but I don't care because I loved it that much. I really honestly cannot express in words how much I loved this book. Like, I'm kind of tearing up right now. Oh my god, I'm such a loser. Oh man. Okay, so first of all, this is the most unique reading experience I have ever had reading this book because there is a soundtrack that was written for the book, and the book is about these two characters who write songs together. So the songs that are on the soundtrack are the songs that they wrote in the book, and you get to actually hear the songs they write in the book. How amazing is that? The songs are so good. Like, I cannot stop listening to the soundtrack. I have been experiencing the worst book hangover of my entire life. I obviously gave it 5 stars, but in my mind, I gave it 1,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 stars. I gave it the universe. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna move on now. I'm gonna do that. Then I read book 2 of Fables by Bill Willingham. I really love this series. These books are about fairy tale characters who have been run out of their homeland, and so they have to live in our world, and they have like their own little town in our world. It can be very violent and gory, so if you don't like that kind of thing, you might not enjoy this, but I don't know, I just am addicted to this story and I just loved it very, very much. I gave this a 4 stars. The last thing that I've read this week is the 4th volume of Scott Pilgrim, and I enjoyed it very much like I do all the other books in the series. They're very odd, but they're just such a good time and they always make me laugh. So I gave this a 4 stars. So that's everything that I read in the first week of April, quite a bit. It was a fantastic reading week. Like, I pretty much loved everything. Next week starts the readathon, and at the end of the week I will show you what I read in a wrap-up video. And then depending on how much I read in the last 2 weeks of April, I don't know if I'll do a wrap-up each week or just one for the last 2 weeks of April. I don't know. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, it smells good. Then I read book 2. Wow, the glare is ridiculous. It's completely new, but keep almost dropping it. This is about this group of people who are living up in a, what's it called? Oh crap. Then I read volumes 5. Today is April, what is today?